Hello lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout for a Christmas themed Be Cool Scooby-Doo review. Originally this episode was meant to air on November 30th, but I guess they wanted it to be in December because of its Christmas theme. Either way, I'm happy I finally got a chance to watch the episode. So in this episode, Scary Christmas, the gang visit Rockwellville because Fred wants to solve a Christmas mystery, but all he gets is a pterodactyl. We also learn that it's Daphne's birthday in this episode, in what is probably the second emotional moment in the show to date, right up there with episode 11.
Growing up, I never had a birthday party. It was always overshadowed by Christmas.
Of course, that ends up being this episode's Daphneism, as you can imagine. It was fairly amusing, although the fact that her birthday was always overshadowed by Christmas kinda makes it a little melancholic too. The monster of this episode is the pterodactyl, which was specific enough for me to easily find the monster's reimagining, namely the pterodactyl ghost from the Scooby-Doo show episode Hang In There Scooby-Doo, a monster who also appeared in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. There's also the small chance the monster is a reimagining of the pterodactyl that appeared in the children's book Scooby-Doo and You, The Case of the Terrifying Pterodactyl, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say I doubt that. Instead of the monster being Johnny, like the classic was, it turns out to be David, who had hidden a pterodactyl egg in one of the presents, and because he couldn't figure out which it was, he decided to steal the entire tree. Hands down, one of the most complicated plots for something as simple as stealing an egg. This was actually a fairly good episode with quite a few funny moments, such as Shaggy and Scooby-Doo running on a treadmill to power the mystery machine.
So, Scoob, do you think these are the strangest events Velma's ever willingly participated in?
The day is young.
Or Fred scheduling when he'd have an epiphany, so some guy could shine a spotlight on him and play music.
Where are we going?
To save Christmas.
Oh, I missed the epiphany, didn't I?
It's okay, George. I improvised.
I was totally epiffed.
Similar to how Daphne's birthday was overshadowed by Christmas, I feel like her Daphneism was a bit overshadowed by the sad reality of her childhood. Not that some of her moments in the episode weren't funny, but I think Fred wins out for his running gag. I do think it would have been cooler to have an actual Christmas-related villain, maybe an evil Santa, but I think that's what made the episode funnier due to Fred constantly trying to drop the current mystery for something more Christmassy. Since it's the season of Christmas, I think we should all take a brief moment to thank the creators behind the show for all their hard work making it. They got a lot of flack for the cartoon's different art style, but I think the show has turned out great, and possibly changed quite a few minds, as I can personally attest to having witnessed. So thanks, Be Cool Scooby-Doo team, you guys and gals are doing a fantastic job. From all of us here at Cartoon Hangout, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. That's my review. Thanks for watching, and I hope everyone has a great Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. Take care. Merry Christmas, lords and ladies. Welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon. I hope you're all having a great Christmas. I've been on break myself for the holidays, but I made sure to get up this special episode just in time for Christmas. Episode 10, Scroogey-Doo reimagines the classic story of A Christmas Carol as if the Scooby Gang existed back then, and it's a genuinely fun story. It's also something I don't think we've seen much of. Usually Scooby-Doo episodes have all taken place squarely in their own time periods, but the writers of Be Cool Scooby-Doo managed to once again shake things up in new and exciting ways. A lot of the fun is seeing a more modern sense of humor transplanted onto the time period, like Fred joking about phones, or Fred thinking the trip from America didn't take as long as it actually did. Depending on your sense of humor, some of the jokes in this episode will either hit you just right or feel a little too off-putting given the time period. But considering the end of the episode, I think it all works out well enough. I also like the use of the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future being used to cause Velma to doubt her role in the Mystery Gang. It's a bit of drama that I like to see every now and again. For a minute, I did actually think the ghosts could be real this time, this episode being clearly non-canon to the rest of the series after all. But in the end, it turned out to be the Doctor, trying to get Scrooge to be a better person and get rich off of it. It's an interesting twist that eventually leads to Scrooge remaining an awful person, thus souring the gang's win. The only weak link to the episode was the chase music that, despite being kinda Christmassy, didn't really connect with me. I think something more in line with the time period could have worked better in my opinion. A highlight was seeing Velma's future, even though it wasn't real. The idea of a disgruntled and angry Velma ending up a villain is an exciting concept, and of all the characters, the one it's most likely to be. Again, it may not have been a real look into her future, but it was still a worthy twist when you are led to believe the ghosts are real. And those were my thoughts on Season 2, Episode 10. I hope you enjoyed the video and the episode itself. If you have seen this one, let me know what you thought of the change in time periods and the idea of a villainous Velma down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you after the holidays. Take care.